Bom dia. Hello, Portugal. It is William calling from Wiwibloggs, and we are super excited because Mimicat has won Festival da Canção, and she will sing at Eurovision 2023. The song is Ai Coração, Devon.
You guys! Hey, William!
Should we talk about it?
Let's do this!
All right, I am reading on the Wiwibloggs website that this song is very theatrical and comedic. It's a take on one's anxiety and an inability to deal with our own feelings of uncertainty and rejection. Thankfully, Mimicat was not rejected and she slayed with a sofa on stage. All right, hitting play. Okay.
Opens with a silhouette shot.
It's like a Moulin Rouge feel.
Love.
Or like Chicago the musical.
Oh, this is like cabaret, burlesque.
She's a bad
realness.
girl. Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Get that water out of the ear.
Boom.
Love the outfits. Love the madness.
Barbara decks me one more time.
Okay, girl. This is fun. Personality. Whoa! I do this motion a lot.
This is a real theatrical performance piece, isn't it?
Oh, she's good. She's playful.
It's got sass, it's got traditional flourishes. But at the same time, it's got a distinctly European flavor about it.
Good choreography.
You know, the color scheme, it works as well for this style of music.
This is how you work a sofa. Oh.
There's a sense of elevation here.
This is creative.
You know, it elevates from just listening to it. The visuals really do add value.
She is a total top. She's like got the whip.
Family friendly show.
Oh yeah. Sensuality. The Iberian sensuality. Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been to Coração.
Okay.
But I don't think she's thinking about the country here.
Girl. I like this.
The pace is changing.
I don't know why she's holding her skirt up like that. Is there water we don't see?
I can't do this either.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mimicat. Show me your whiskers, honey.
Oh, those backing dancers. Oh yeah.
Oh, Coração means
it's
my
so
heart.
quirky.
And yet I am beating for you. Oh, that was excellent.
That was a really fresh surprise. Some people were like, OMG, why haven't y'all reacted to Portugal? I didn't react to Portugal because guess what? I didn't watch Festival da Canção. And the reason is I wanted to have a real, authentic, true first reaction. I'm so glad I waited because that's incredible. That has personality by the bucket. It has charisma in spades. This performer, Mimicat goes meow meow, tiger ready to attack. Personality means so much in a television show, particularly when the semifinals have no jury. People respond to personality, and this is serving.
Okay, I gotta be a little bit honest with you. I actually reacted to all the songs of Festival da Canção, but at Wiwibloggs, it just never got published. There were just so many issues with our video editors at the time, and the work was overwhelming. Just stuff coming, you know, anyway. So, the bottom line is, this is not the first time that I've heard this, but this is the first time that I'm seeing it, right? I loved it when I first heard it, and I still love it now. I feel like everything ties in together. This is a really playful piece without being too gimmicky. It's not a joke act. It's actually quite serious. And it's got very distinct cultural flares. There's a taste about, the taste level here for me is quite high. Yes, of course, undertones of red and all the, stockings and, all that taffeta. But hey, listen, it is still a great song.
I think that musically, this will be very unusual for a lot of TV viewers. This is not the type of music you hear every single day. Certainly not here in the UK. Like, it has something very traditional, which I can't really finger it because I'm not familiar with this. It's got like a vaudeville, theatrical quality. I feel like our girl is a bullfighter on stage, but she's also a comedian, but she's also sort of a burlesque dancer. You know what I'm saying? It's matador, it's burlesque dancer, it's vaudeville performer. It's ticking a lot of boxes. And the fact that it's so different to those of us outside of Portugal is a good thing because we want to watch, learn, discover more. Over the 3 minutes, I wasn't bored. Because there are all these built-in moments, like moments of silence where the camera goes dark. There are moments where the dancers are running around her. There are moments where they're doing really quite creative and fun and high impact, even if simple choreography. Like even like the head bobs, the little shoulder bobs, all of that adds up to something really quite fun and endearing. I just want to give our girl a big hug. Mimicat, giving you a hug, girl, because that was so sweet. But also powerful. I could see her brandishing that whip. I could see her running the circus. She is the greatest show woman, okay?
One thing I really love about Festival de Canção, or Portugal in general, is that they compete with dignity, right? So they send things which generally have a lot of sort of local relevance, right? So lots of their songs traditionally have been in Portuguese. I mean, the Black Mamba was the one exception that was in English, but generally songs at Festival de Canção is in Portuguese, and that means the songs in Portuguese then go on to Eurovision. There's a heritage flair about it. It's music for the people of Portugal and for Portuguese people to hear at Eurovision when that song advances. And I mean the Portuguese world, because Portugal is also spoken in Brazil, Mozambique, Angola. So it kind of reaches out beyond the shores of Europe. Although this is distinctly European, it is also in Portuguese, right? So the Anglicization of Eurovision, well, Portugal never got that memo because they are beating to the sound of their own drum.
I think this fits with the trend of Portugal at Eurovision in recent years. Whether they come first or they come last, they do themselves. They bring out of the box entries. I'm looking at this list. Okay, Susie, 2014, didn't make the final, went on to be a huge fan favorite, remains a song that I listen to. Salvador Sobral was divisive, won the Eurovision Song Contest, honey. Who else? Claudia Pascal, Au Jardim, came last, but we remember her garden. It was ambient. It was her own mood. Conan Osiris, he flopped, but he also slayed. He slayed, didn't make the final, came to the Wee Wee Jamming, killed it. The Black Mamba, again, I'm gonna sing about a woman who was a prostitute and homeless, and I'm gonna make the grand final. Incredible. Maro, Saudade, giving us a top 10 with, again, something very Portuguese. And now Mimicat. Mimicat. It's just so lovely.
This may read as a guilty pleasure, but you know what? I beg to differ because, a guilty pleasure is often indicative of something you shouldn't like that you're kind of tuning into and you're feeling a bit like, ooh, what will the neighbors say? This isn't that. This is something you can get behind respectfully. Sadly, of course, music experts won't be awarding this entry scores in the semi-finals because they've been removed from the semi-finals, but this would have benefited with a jury presence. But having said that, I think there's enough televote love here. I mean, the dancers are glorious and they work in beautiful synergy. Mimicat herself, she's just so gorgeous and playful, really telegenic, and even though it sounds like an easy song to sing, she's actually going through quite a few, I could hear like 2.5 octaves there quite easily. Coração, it's not easy to do that, especially when you're dancing as well.
All right, these are some of the lyrics. This is a very rough translation Oh, heart that won't let me be, you won't give me peace, you leave me unfit, my head and throat are circling around, that won't undo itself, and yet you feel no sympathy. I feel dizzy and every day worse. I don't know things that I used to know, my pulse is racing like mad, I feel crazy, totally senile. She conveys those lyrics very well. You get the sense of a woman slightly unhinged, going through something, dealing with a moment, the frenetic pace, the running around, that dizziness. That's coming through. We move on to the chorus. My chest is burning, my mouth is dry, I don't know. What's happening to me? What to do, love? I can't do it like this because I don't even feel like myself. Oh heart, tell me if you are mine. This is really quite sweet. She's having like an out-of-body experience. She doesn't even recognize her own heart. Over the course of the song, she grows strong. She finds her place off the sofa. She doesn't have to stay at home and cry. She gets up and dances, and by the end, she is triumphant.
When you marry musicality with theatricality and then sex appeal, you know, these are three key ingredients that most people look for when they see music, right? So Eurovision is not just about hearing music, it's about seeing music. And you know, I really like the package here. I think Portugal can solidly get behind this. Having said that, this would benefit from a much bigger production, much bigger scale, much bigger budgets. And I would like the LED to reflect a little more than just hearts, but just to kind of assist in telling a story.
Portugal is competing in semi-final 1. They've been drawn into the first half. Israel, Moldova, Netherlands, Sweden, and Switzerland. So sonically, nothing else in the competition sounds like this. Nothing else. Sure, Spain has gone traditional, but that's traditional flamenco. This is something entirely different. You can't put Iberia in a box. No, you cannot. Spain and Portugal, two very different cultures, serving it differently musically. In any case, in this semifinal, ain't nothing else sound like this. Nothing else sounds like this. So I think that's going to put Portugal in really good stead. You know, going through this list, in this semifinal, yes, Karja from Finland has incredible personality, but people really aren't that playful in this semifinal. I think Portugal is the only, well, Croatia is playful, but like they're playing authoritarian dictators. So like, yeah, it's playful in a different way. Mimicat is the only one letting it all hang out. So I do rate their chances. Oh, I wish Spain were voting in this final. Sadly, Spain is not voting in the semifinal. Spain's voting in the second semifinal. But you know, France, Germany, and Italy are here. There is a cabaret spirit to Portugal's song. It's something very cabaret, which I think will cut across borders. And the fact that it's in Portuguese, look, in this semifinal, we've got Portuguese, Serbian, you got Czech and / Ukrainian from Czech Republic, and then you got Romanian. So only 4 acts this year in this semifinal are singing in languages other than English. Portuguese, Serbian, the Ukrainian, Czech, Bulgarian, and the Finnish. Oh, and the Romanian. Sorry, Finland. So there are 5. There are 5 countries in this semifinal who are not singing in English. Again, I think that'll help Mimicat because in the first half, only Serbia is singing in Serbian and only Portugal is singing in Portuguese. Everybody else is in English. And if you want to read about my battle with anxiety, you can buy Wild Dances, my new memoir, out May 9th, the same night as semifinal 1. Mimicat's going to be in that show, and this book can be on your shelf. Link in description.
So, I mean, my overall, will this qualify? I don't know, but it does require a bit more polish. I mean, it is vaudeville, but it needs a little bit more finesse, tidying up. But you know what? Even in its raw, unfiltered state, it's good. It's good. United by Music, Eurovision 23? Yeah, or 2023 rather. It is definitely good. It is this is leaping forward for me. Right. But what is her mood board saying? The name Mimicat in itself tells a story. I'm living for that story.
That's what we think. What do you think? Are you loving Portugal's entry? Do you think Mimicat can claw her way to the top of the Eurovision tree like a stray cat? Or like a purebred diva cat? British short hair Soleil? Let us know here on Wiwibloggs.
What is her mood board saying on Pinterest? Let's find out. And while you're at it, follow Wiwibloggs on Pinterest and we will see you later.
Bye.